Yeah, lots of growth, lots of learning, and I don't think any of us will really be the same. And I think that's the goal of the journey.
Oh yeah, when I first seen it, I was just buzzing out. It looked like the movies, like when they come into villages and stuff like this.
A lot of these islands are untouched, so we were the first to experience this. I really enjoyed the welcomes. It was just really beautiful, very emotional.
It won't be easy, but it's definitely worth it.
The ones we chose were destined for this journey. There's a magic of coming from a remote community already, so they already have that base knowledge and connection to the whenua, to the taiao, to our old people here. It's about giving our children the opportunity to step onto a plane, to travel the world, to connect with other cultures, to immerse themselves in through that process. It really is about building the next generation of future proud Indigenous leaders for all of our communities.
Words can't really describe the journey itself. You know, being present is the only way to go if you're wanting to learn the regenerative journey.
I feel that visitation and exchange can actually create incredible positive behaviour change for both the host and guest. We know the industrial model of tourism will keep coming. What we're really driven by is giving them another option. So we're saying, no, wait, there's another way.
We started in the dark, in the night, in Palikulube, Santo, in the northern area of Vanuatu. So the kids waited on the beach patiently. It's good though, because you always got to leave at the right time. And the right time is the right time. That was the first lesson, how to wait for the right time. Wait for the weather window, wait for the wind to shift, wait for the signs to appear to say that it's the time to go.
The waka experience for me was like being on another world. On board that waka haurua, we were allowed to glimpse into what life was like for our ancestors. The crew on board the waka, te tuki voyaging next level. What they were able to share with our rangatahi, navigation through the stars, the wind, the ocean currents. It was just, how lucky were we?
Oh, the waka was mean. Like, voyaging reminds you of Moana. It's just a whole lot of different things that you have to do. And you're always busy on the waka, like lining, putting the sails up, hoying, steering the waka. The crew said as long as you've got a good crew, then the waka will go on forever. I reckon I'll take those words and use them.
I love being on the waka because I just love being in the water. Being able to experience the waka firsthand was just it was just amazing. I just can't think of anything else to put it as. The crew was super helpful. They taught us everything we needed to know. You really got to feel the rhythm of everything. And now I think if I had a waka, I'd be just like them, sailing around the world.
The waka would always leave at the right time. And they got to practice a really old tradition about how to approach our tupuna, yeah? our islands, how to approach an elder.
I think what they're trying to do is get away from mainstream tourism, and all the islands have seen the impacts of what that mainstream tourism has done with big resorts, pollution, the impacts on community and on the culture as well. So then what's another way where they can remain authentically themselves, unapologetically themselves, and just show truly who they was and give people an authentic experience of what it's like to live a Ambe life.
For this village, it is very special because since this journey has been here, it has impacted the locals to go back to how their ancestors did things. And so it just healed up all the locals with joy and excitement to exchange and show how we live and how we do the cooking and all the food, especially the lap-laps.
The food was the similarity. It was kind of like ours, how we cook hangi, but they placed their rocks on top of their food. We put our rocks down bottom. They have leaves over theirs just to cover up that steam. We also go hunting, we also harvest food. We just kind of like the same.
We are so happy to have this team here with us. To say welcome, it's easy, but to say goodbye, it's very sad. You may have culture, I may have culture, custom, tradition, keep it, pass it on. So we are to learn from each other. I think that's all. Thank you very much.
So visit to Western Bay, they were evacuated into new Vanuas that they're not familiar with. So this journey has allowed not just for the visitors to go through their healing process. It's for those Vanuas too. I saw healing.
You could just see it in the people how proud of their culture they are and how excited and welcoming they were. I felt connected there because I knew that that's what our ancestors used to do. It basically just brought us back to how we used to be and not post-colonization. So we're just living in our ancestors' footsteps. When you know where your food comes from, you just know that if the soil's good, the food's good, the people are good mentally and physically, knowing that there's always a way to support yourself and your family if need be.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy to see the visiting friends coming from New Zealand and Australia and else in Vanuatu. This morning we went to the garden and paint the garden. So we plant over 20 yam this morning and over 20 taros.
Doing some burning for the taro.
We really need this exchanging of skills. It improves the traditional way because all these children coming with us, they don't know some of these things. But when you people come here and then we show you, and then these little children also see the thing there. So when you people come, it improves their skill also.
Being Aboriginal and living in Australia, it's almost kind of frowned upon to be Aboriginal. So coming over here has really opened my eyes to see how connected and close everybody is. No shame at all, and yeah, I'd love it to go back to those days when we could just do whatever we wanted without judgment. I really would like to bring something back to Carnarvon, like a community garden where we get the youth together and plant our own food and then soon harvest it and have a kitchen hopefully. You know, I'd love to get back to the traditional ways and start living off the land again.
At that island, there's a dancing ceremony happening, and these kids are getting adopted right now into these families. And how special is that? First time you come, and now you got family here in Vanuatu.
Thank you for your mercy, Lord, for your love is so great to me, so higher than the mountains, deeper than the ocean. What could I do without you, Lord?
It feels more like you're coming to family rather than you're paying for a hotel or a resort. You're going to a family member's house. So I think just seeing how beautiful everybody was, to me, it made me a lot more willing to be patient with them. I think that's also a part of the regenerative experience. Like it's not about you, it's about the whole experience. It's about the agriculture, it's about the local people, it's about the local culture.
It's powerful to know that because these remote villages do not welcome visitors in, that us being there breathed life back into their welcome ceremonies. They were able to perform for visitors. That's something that they haven't done for a while.
It's just life stripped down to its like purest form without anything in the way, and it's kind of like beautiful to watch. You don't come across it too much in the kind of Western world, so when you see it and you live it, it's like, wow, this is actually real life. It's like going to a portal. What the world used to be like and where we're at now, it's just like completely different. You only get to experience this life once, so that's what makes it so beautiful, I think. Just earning your food was the biggest learning curve for me, because usually you just go to the shops, you could just grab what you want, come home, done. But here, like just going up the mountain, go get you some yams or guava, like you actually really have to earn it. And it tastes a lot better. So yeah, that's been the biggest learning curve for me.
I think my strengths would be the harvesting and probably the hunting, since I already kind of know what to do. And yeah, we went over to Vanuatu to learn that stuff, so we can get like a better understanding of how we can learn from them and their way of growing and harvesting their food, replanting to bring it back here and hopefully put into our communities.
I think the reason why we were there was to reconnect ourselves to back when our ancestors used to plant and harvest food for all of us, reconnecting, because they basically like Māoris, how we used to be back in the days, and we're basically just reconnecting as one.
I heard one of them say, it's kind of weird coming back. And I could see he was looking for the words to explain. He's noticing how he's coming back to a place where he came from before, but he's coming back as a different person now. And the person that I think that I saw in him was someone who elevated himself, whose understanding grew, whose depth of understanding of tradition grew, whose spirit and person was ready to walk differently than he walked before.
I've seen a change in every one of the young lads that have come with us. I think they'll just think a little bit differently. I really doubt that what they've learnt is not going to ever be applied for the rest of their life.
You know, that was an experience I thought I'd never have, and I'm so excited for many people to have it again and again, and made me very optimistic for where tourism could go.
I think the approach that was put forward by Native nations to launch basically those journeys, I think is the best approach to go about it, using our Indigenous youth, because they're the future.
What am I most proud of? Made my name proud. And I think she would have been real proud, and I can just see her now just telling me how much she's proud of me and how much I've done.
As a mental point of view, I'm so proud to see them get in there, participate, and just become new people and going back home with a whole nother perspective on life.
And I think it's just good to learn from one another, because we all face different issues, different battles, and it makes you appreciate your own home while also appreciating someone else's.
Learning about this culture makes me want to go home and also learn about more of my culture, because I still haven't really still not really in with my culture.
I see an incredible relationship going forward with future journeys where they're first traced by these Indigenous youth. And then through transformation, we hope these Indigenous youth go on to make their own journeys and to continue being ambassadors for a regenerative mindset.
I hope that they will grasp all of that mātauranga that they learnt over there. I hope that they will apply it back in our community, and for our kids to have that realisation how similar our cultures were was another big learning for them. This world is going to be in a lot of strife, and we're going to have to look back in order to go forward. So for us to give those tools to our kids now is something that money cannot buy.
We're just on a little dinghy, two-man dinghy, but there's four, heading over to the boat.
Excellent.
The million-dollar question, are you ever going to look at bakehouse chicken and chips the same again?
It'll always have a special place in my heart.
It is a good opportunity to go out in the world. Don't just sit here and do nothing. You have no job, so get out there and give it your all.